second technique in the fundamental syllabus this week is going to be a guard replacement from mount. This is going to be a slightly more simple version that I think is the most direct and effective way of doing it for those who are relatively new to the art. So, we're going to start in bottom mount position as before. Again, just note both of this technique and the previous bridge are usually done in combination with each other. You can't just focus on one. There's always, well, nearly always, a way to shut down a single attack. The person will always have to react in a certain way. If you insist upon one thing, there's usually, if the person knows it one way, they can just shut you down. So you need to have at least 2 options from pretty much every position. So, for guard placement, super simple approach here. What I want to be able to do is to push her knee out and bring my knee inside it here. So important things, I want to be on my side slightly and I want to tuck my elbows close to the body. This requires her to be relatively far down, but if she goes up into a high mount here, we've already made all kinds of mistakes here, okay? Things have gone wrong. So as soon as she arrives in mount, some guys will go here, some guys will go, but I need my elbows to be tucked in so she can't advance up into a high mount. That's pretty much how things will have to be. It might be here, might be on one side, whatever, but I need my elbows down. If she goes higher, not only do I start being exposed again for arm locks and things, I just don't have any real use of my legs. It does make us slightly more vulnerable to being bridged out, but for this technique, if she goes high, the guard replacement is just gone. So, my elbow's tucked down. What I'm going to look to do is I'm going to try and tuck one elbow across the body here, and the other one down here. What I want to do is to turn my shoulders a little bit so that my elbow is relatively inside my hand. I can't do a whole lot here. If I'm really strong, this will still work, but mechanically this is just not good for your shoulder. It's very hard to generate power this way. You will generate much more here. Okay? So what I'm looking to do is to place both of my hands here and here, and then I'm going to rotate my elbow to the inside here. Okay? And this is push. You can put one hand on the hip here if you want, but I'm looking to focus predominantly on this side of the body. This and this is splitting my force. It isn't really helping. So this can be somewhere from the middle to this side, usually here. So what I'm looking to do here now is I'm going to turn my knees over a little bit. I'm going to tuck it and start to push until my arms are mostly locked out. I'm not going to fully lock out. I'm not strong enough to just push her off me, or if I am, this technique is pretty much irrelevant anyway. I want to just push down to here, and then I'm going to do a hip escape. So I'm going to place my toes on the ground. I'm going to move myself out and keep moving here again. I push a tiny bit more, and I'm going to bring my left knee up towards my face so it is inside. Now she might stay up, but again for the sake of argument now she's going to put her knee back on the ground here, and so I'm going to be set here. So my knee is now tucked inside, with my foot is tucked inside and my knee is on the outside here. But I do at least have kind of a hook with my leg. Now if I'm still facing this way, this isn't going to solve the problem necessarily, so I need to do a second hip escaping movement to free my foot out and move my hips to this side. So I move this way, I've got it out here, and then I'm going to move my hips out to the left, and I'm going to catch one leg in half guard. Okay? This is a good start. It's a much better defensive position, but we're looking to go all the way back to close. That is generally the best defensive position. Sometimes going back to half is just going to put you in a position where they pass again. So once I'm here, both of my hands are going to tuck into the opposite side. I'm going to push away as much as I can here. And I want my arms to lock out if possible, okay? So I need to bring, if I can't push away, I want to place them on her, move myself backwards till they are straight, and then I continue to move myself away. I want then to bring my right knee out here, which is basically the same movement as before. I push away, I bring my knee to my chest, so now she's roughly in between my legs, and I'm going to move my hips again, so my backside is going to go from this side out to the other. Again, if she doesn't lean forward, she's going to end up on the end of my feet. This is fine, this is super normal overall. The more pressure she puts forwards, the more we end up in this kind of situation here. Move back a bit so you can see. Now, the more she keeps leaning with her chest, the more likely that when I do this, I end up in a tight, controlled and close guard. That is the instinctive response for most people, but if someone is keeping their distance, you won't necessarily get a full closed guard back. You can't bring them to you. You can use the lapels and stuff to pull towards you, but there's only so much you can do. So if we go back to mount again a second. Other side. Okay. So we are set here. Hands are going to tuck in on this side. Elbows closed as much as they can. I'm going to move my hips a little bit towards this side and tuck this in as best I can here. Okay, start to push, move myself away. Left knee comes to the inside here. Okay, and now I can't just untuck it, it's going to be stuck here. I can't lift her with that. I'm now going to turn my knee inwards and my backside out. that gets me to hit. If you want to, again, you like half guard, you can stay here. We're looking for the full package or whatever, if you will. So again, elbows to the face help. I'm going to push away a little bit, going to push on the other knee. Again, I want my arms to be mostly locked out. I can't do anything to come forwards a bit. I can't do anything. I'm not going to get anything done here. Okay. Push out a little bit, push away. Knee will come out. Again, if there is space, hip away, free. Bring the feet back, again, kick in the face, whatever you want to do. If they are closer to you, again, push out, knee comes up, hips escape towards this side, leg comes around, close the guard, control your partner, and then you have moved from a very bad position into a solid defensive and a potentially offensive guard position.